The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
It was a fantastic day over at Jets training camp yesterday. It was an even better day at our ASMANIAC training camp meetup at the Cloverleaf Tavern. Shout out to Chef Kevin. Shout out to everyone who came out. Full recap of both practice and our event. Dylan Tereman is going to be stopping by. It is the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
We sitting in here, we excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show, live on a Sunday, big-time show coming your way. At the end of the program, we have the ASMANIAC weekly raffle where we're going to be giving away the following signed items. Darrelle Revis signed football, Darrelle Revis signed helmet, Garrett Wilson signed football, and a D'Angelo Pons signed helmet. So make sure you enter. Last chance to get in on the ASMANIAC raffle is this show, and anyone who enters specifically during this show will also have a chance to win a Jets jersey of their choosing. Pick any Jet first-round pick like David Bailey, Omar Cooper Jr., Kenyon Sadiq. It is all up for grabs during today's show. Before we bring on today's guest, just want to thank every listener who came out to the Cloverleaf Tavern yesterday. Of course, shout out to Chef Kevin for holding it down and providing an awesome place for all of us to gather and have a great time. We got the custom menus for the ASMANIAC training camp meetup. The food was outstanding. Special thank you to all the Jet content creators who came out. Connie Carberg's pictured in the middle there. Rich Samiti was there. Richie from Jets Media, Omari Brown, Ryan from Jets Talk, Boy Green, Nick Shine. Just a ton of fun. The Jet chants were loud, and we all had a great time. So big thank you again to everyone who came out to the Cloverleaf Tavern for what was an awesome training camp meetup.
Let's go.
Jets! Got a bunch of takeaways from practice, and we bring on my good friend Dylan Tereman, the host of the DT Experience. Dylan, did you have FOMO not being there yesterday because we missed you?
Dude, I had the most extreme FOMO. It looked like you guys had a great day from start to finish. The fun didn't stop when you started doing the football activities, much like during the months of September through January when the pre-games and the tailgates are usually the best part. It looked like you guys also had a lot of fun at practice. I had not seen that menu or that flyer where you are, I guess, photoshopped in the Garrett Wilson number 5 jersey, and it makes me think of another jersey swap I saw this weekend. Did you happen to see it, right? The Mac Jones, Mike Evans jersey swap.
I did.
They put Mac Jones on Mike Evans' body with all the tattoos. So that's kind of what I got there from that flyer. But it looked like a great day. Shout out Chef Kev and everybody holding it down at his restaurant. And shout out Nick Shine too. He got a lot of good interviews, or I guess clips with some players, and the star of the show, Lou B, with the Geno Smith quote. I mean, that's just absolutely hilarious. So, yeah.
You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Geno. I got you. Geno, you look great today, I got you.
Absolutely incredible. I posted that on our Jake Asman Show Instagram account, and it went viral. But Geno was the story yesterday, so he was in a good mood. And you mentioned, me looking like Garrett Wilson here, or I actually think it's Thomas Morstead's body, but that's okay.
Oh.
We don't need to ruin a good photo. But how about the custom menu that I brought here? You know, you got the Gobblable sliders, the Jake Asman stuffed potato, you know, the Chef Kevin exclusive draft pick menu here. We got the Global Studio headquarter sliders. Hold on, I'm trying to get in there it is. I mean, it was just awesome. So big thank you to everyone who came out. We had a great turnout of reporters, content creators, fans, all in the same spot. We had a great raffle where I gave away 8 signed items, including this to We the People.
Signed Braylon Allen and Jets jersey. Woo! And the winner is We the People.
Again, big thank you to everyone who came out. And the food was great. Staff was great. Just a lot of fun. And sometimes you forget just how bad the Jets are because of how great the Jet fan base is. Like, you'd have no idea this is a team that won 3 games last year, that hasn't made the playoffs in 15 years, hasn't won more than 7 games in a decade. Just a testament to how special the Jet fan base truly is.
It's a bottom 5 team, and maybe not this year. It's hopefully going to be a little bit better than bottom 5. I know Rich Samini said bottom 10, but you cannot deny that this is a top 2 fan base in the NFL, and my money is going that it's not the second, right? We are number 1. Jets fans are one of one. I've said that since joining your show, since doing YouTube on my own. Like, nothing is better than the engagement and interaction from a Jets fan, because even when it's negative, we always have something to argue or talk about or go back and forth with. So it's a great fan base, and I can't say enough about how excited I'm sure we all are to finally see this team on the field.
There's no doubt about that. So appreciate everyone tuned in because it's such a unique Sunday show. We got 4 signed items up for grabs today, and we also will have a separate raffle for anyone who enters this specific show for a Jets jersey of their choosing. Let me give some love to Rick Ken. I see he's already gifted 5 channel memberships. Let's go, Rick.
You have superpowers. You got to fly over there.
Rick in for 5. Even Glenn laughing at Nick Shine heckling the Jet head coach. Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, he's in the raffle for 1. Will Monahan in the raffle for 1. They each gifted a channel membership. Outstanding job by both of them. Let's go.
Just don't let go of the rope.
All right, Dylan. Here's what I saw yesterday, some takeaways. Geno Smith looked awesome. Like, everything you heard about Geno Smith looking good yesterday, it was true. The ball did not touch the ground once when he was out there. They did a lot of red zone periods, which I think is notable because the Jets were terrible in the red zone last year. And you want your veteran quarterback to come in and just have complete command out there. And he certainly did. The caveat is this: they're not wearing full pads, and he's doing it against the Jet defense, which was terrible last year. So as excited as some are about Geno's performance, there does need to be some nuance applied to the context of that performance. It is against the Jet defense, which stunk, and some of these guys were just running wide open yesterday. Now, a couple of these throws are outstanding. There was one touchdown he threw along the sideline to A.D. Mitchell where A.D. just made a great play. Geno put the ball in a great spot. There was a viral clip of Garrett Wilson scoring a touchdown yesterday. The Jets posted where Garrett was mic'd up, talking about how good of a throw it was from Geno. So positive, Geno looked awesome. Negative, well, the Jet defense was a huge concern coming into camp, and there was nothing I saw yesterday that makes me feel that much better about where we're at with that unit.
Yeah, isn't that the biggest catch-22 of training camp? It's like we want to see high-level performance, and when we get it on one side of the ball, it is fun, and we'll talk about how cool it is to finally have what could be a modern NFL offense. But yeah, on the flip side, you have to wonder, why are our DBs getting cooked so much? Are they in the wrong spot? I will say, to slightly defend the defense, because there are no pads, AG was asked directly about AZ Thomas and his development into year 2. And he even said, he's like, I can't answer that fully until we see the pads come on next week. So my hope from the defensive side of this is that when the pads come on, they can be a little bit more physical, go out there, press them, choke them out, all the things that he said to AZ at the on the draft call. They can use their physicality, their length, hopefully not as much separation is happening. But as an offensive-minded fan and podcaster, this is music to my ears. When the ball doesn't hit the ground in practice, it's great. And this is the time you want the offense to make mistakes. So if there are some interceptions, it's really okay. But Geno Smith coming back, not sure which version of Geno we're going to get. Is it the Jets version? Is it the career backup version of Geno? Is it the early Seattle years? Is it that 1 year in Las Vegas? Which one are we going to get? If this is a harbinger of what we're going to get from Geno Smith throughout the season, even in spurts, this is fantastic. This brought me right back to him standing on the sidelines, getting fanned by all the players in Miami when he had that perfect game under Rex Ryan. I believe that was Rex Ryan's final game as the Jets head coach. So brought me all the way back to Miami Geno vibes. Let's just keep it rolling. I love that we have a plethora of talent from the skill position players. So it's not just like, yeah, he was lighting it up, but he was only throwing to Garrett Wilson. No, he had 2 to AD that went for touchdowns, 1 to Garrett for a touchdown, which was beautiful. The quote, "That was cold." That was awesome. Like,
here it is.
G5. Oh yeah.
Just a G5. Boom.
Yep. Garrett needs this. G5. I can't tell who the DB is.
Now, I'll slow it down. We can watch it together because I had to watch this a couple of times. So it's a route where Garrett lines up, and he's already and at the start of the play, he's being guarded by Azaria Thomas, but they're in some sort of zone because you can watch Azaria. He passes off the route to Sherwood, who's now 44 in coverage against Garrett, who's starting to run his route towards the corner of the end zone. So Azaria is in coverage, passes it off to Sherwood, and then AZ has to go pick up Brees, who's running out of the backfield. It's a creative design here because you basically get Garrett against a linebacker, which he's going to win every time, no matter how good a linebacker is. This isn't even picking on Sherwood. But Minka doesn't move here. I don't really know what's happening. Watch 29. He just doesn't move.
G5.
He's like so late to get over there, and Garrett cooks him.
Yeah, he's G5. Minka's got to get some width there for sure. But yeah, this is a good offensive play design by Frank Reich to isolate Garrett in what they hoped was zone coverage from the defense. They got the look they wanted, an outside breaking route against a slower defender in Jamie and Sherwood. So yeah, you can't really knock Jamie and Sherwood. He did the best he could to open up and run with him. Yeah, Minka's got to get a little bit more width there in that too high shell. And sometimes this just happens, right? This is part of the chess match where you could have a really good defensive play called. Everybody's in position. The offense just calls a bit of a better play. And that's what happened there. And hopefully that is more of what we see through Frank Reich and Geno Smith this year.
And then here was the other touchdown that we were able to capture on video. Nate sent me a couple of these clips, so I believe these are his recordings here. Here's Geno to AD Mitchell, not the one that went viral on Twitter. This was when the Jets were working on their red zone operation, and Geno just hung in there in the pocket and delivered a strike to AD over the middle. Break it down, DT. Here we go.
Yeah, that's great. So you obviously have AD, looks like in the slot to the right. Looks like
I'm going to give you a look at the defense here before I run it.
Yeah, it looks like a little 2x2. I'm going to guess that's a nickel defender. Outside leverage on AD Mitchell. It looks like AD sits, does his little hitch route, and then does what he's supposed to do after the play. Look for space. And he gets right behind the ear. I think it's Demario Davis at that point. Gets right behind the ear of Demario. You see Demario given width. He's going towards the outside, towards the numbers. Then he's got to stop right there. And AD technically is covered, but he does a great job of looking for that open space. Geno, amazing throw by Geno to anticipate AD coming across the middle, because more often than not for the Jets, that's a play that the ball just sails through the back of the end zone, untouched, incomplete, because the quarterback and the wide receiver aren't on the same page. So I love this from AD, just a little 5-yard hitch. Looks like a little spot route, and then he just cuts over to the middle. And this is the chemistry in real time that we need to see with the wide receivers and Geno Smith. And obviously we want to see it with Garrett, but seeing it develop with AD in real time, we know it's going to come with Garrett and Geno eventually, and it has, obviously. But AD is the X factor of this offense. So seeing that that's probably the highlight play, because it's nothing flashy, but everybody was on the same page, in sync, got the play done, and made it look better than it should have.
So I have a whole notebook of takes from watching practice yesterday that I want to rattle through. The other big takeaway that I have from watching the Jet quarterbacks is Cade Klubnik, barring him just being awful, he is going to be the Jet backup week 1. They barely gave reps to Bailey Zappi and Brady Cook. I mean, I think they each did maybe 1 or 2 total drives the whole practice. I mean, it was clear this is the Cade Klubnik show. In fact, Klubnik threw an interception to Quantez Stiggers here that I'll play. And what does Frank Reich do? They immediately have Cade Klubnik go back out there and try and get another rep right away so he could flush the interception away. Like, it was clear that they wanted Cade Klubnik to get as many reps as possible. This was picked off here by Quantez. I'll run it a few times. Klubnik yesterday, he had some really nice throws. There also were some moments where he looked undecisive where to go with the ball, and it led to 2 interceptions. And again, when you're doing a red zone period, that should favor the defense. Everything is collapsed. There's less over-the-top reads that you could get to if you're a quarterback. So what I noticed was the Jets basically trying to throw a lot at Cade Klubnik yesterday to see how he handles it, let him make mistakes so he can learn from it. To me, it's very clear that they're going to give him every chance to be the backup. I mean, Zappi and Cook, you barely noticed them. They barely got reps during this practice. It was all Geno and then Cade taking, I would say, 75 to 80% of the Jet snaps, whether they were in red zone or they were doing a 11-on-11 or 7-on-7 period.
Yeah, and I think that this is how it should be for now. And obviously, we'll see what happens with the development of Cade Klubnik and if they have to make an addition in the quarterback room. But I just did a 53-man roster video on my channel. Everybody could check it out after this one at Dylan Tereman. But it was tough making the decision, but I ultimately went with 2 quarterbacks. I think they're just going to stick with Cade. They're going to put Bailey Zappi on the practice squad, try to use the emergency third quarterback situation to their advantage with that new roster change a couple years ago. Now, if Cade does not show improvement, they're probably going to have to make an addition, and then Cade would be the guy that sticks on as the quarterback 3 because they're not going to be able to cut him and bring him back to the practice squad. Looking at that throw specifically, looked like a little pylon route to the tight end. I couldn't tell if it was like Rucker or Chase Curtis or whoever that was over there on the short side of the field here. Just looked like a little bit of a late throw, and you don't have the matchup advantage that you want, a tight end against a cornerback. The cornerback is probably going to win that matchup, and Quantez does a great job of jumping in front of the tight end on the late pass. But it did look like ultimately it was a late pass out of Cade Klubnik's hands. Got to come out like a half a step sooner, maybe a full step sooner for Cade there. But to kind of be expected as a rookie, 2 interceptions on the day is not great. But we've seen the high of Cade Klubnik, right, where he had his perfect day and nothing hit the ground for him. And now he's kind of bringing it back down to earth a little bit here. So it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster for him. But I agree with you. He is quarterback 2 right now, and the only other option at quarterback 2 is probably somebody not on this roster.
The idea that Bailey Zappi or Brady Cook, they're going to be the backup quarterback, after what I saw yesterday, I don't see it. Some other things that I noticed that stood out to me, Andre Cisco is going to be one of these starting safeties, whether we like it or not. This is a screenshot here that a listener sent in of the Jets' base defense during one of the 11-on-11 periods here. And the 2 safeties, as you could see on the screen, the 2 safeties were Minka and Andre Cisco. The 2 linebackers, Demario Davis and Jamian Sherwood. And there were multiple times in the base defense that it was David Bailey and Will McDonald out there. I also think that Azareye'h Thomas is going to win the starting corner job opposite Brandon Stevens. So I think some of these roster battles, they're battles, but I don't think we're going to see anyone overtake what we expect the starting 11 to be for the Jets. And just watching Minka in particular yesterday, they did move him around a little bit when the Jets had packages where they had a bunch of receivers out there on the field. Minka then slid in the nickel and played corner and matched up. So you'll see some of that. Pond is still out. So Brownlee, of course, got the start in the nickel. I actually caught up with Brownlee at the practice yesterday and had a nice conversation with him. He changed his number from 29 to 2. So Jet fans are wondering who number 2 is when they watch the preseason this year. That's Jarvis Brownlee. But I think what you see on the screen there is what you get week 1 in Tennessee, barring injuries. I think that's going to be the Jets starting 11 on defense.
Yeah, I agree with both Cisco and AZ. I was a little bit on the fence with cornerback 2. It seemed like Nashawn Wright had the better start to OTAs in the spring, and AZ obviously still coming back from that shoulder injury, wasn't fully cleared till like right up until OTA started. So I was a little bit on the Nashawn Wright, like 55-45 leaning Nashawn Wright. But yeah, recently I've come back. Now I'm probably 60-40 AZ Thomas. I don't think it's definitely a lock that either one of them has solidified the job. I would hope that the former top 80 pick that was taken by this regime does get the nod to be the starter. And perhaps there's a point in the season where both of AZ Thomas and Nashawn Wright are starters. And then in terms of Andre Cisco versus Dane Belton, I think that's more they want stylistically a player like Andre Cisco on the field for when they want to be, versatile and multiple with Minkah Fitzpatrick. They still want to keep Andre Cisco on the field when they bring Minkah down. So that would probably spell, Dane Belton or Malachi Moore to come on as that third safety. But I'm with you. Cisco and AZ should be the starters if, we're just reading the tea leaves properly. And I liked that you showed that image that's still of the defensive front or the defense as a whole, because it was a 2-high shell, which is not very Aaron Glenn philosophical. Like, this is a little bit different for him, right? We always see the cover 1, the press, the single high. So going to the 2-high shell is really cool. Now, it looks like on offense, there's 2 tight ends on the field. So they're going with a little bit of a heavier defensive look. Looks like you could have 3 down defensive linemen, 2 edge rushers, and 2 linebacker types. So it doesn't even look like there's a nickel cornerback on the field in this specific scenario. So I like seeing a little bit of multiple looks from the defense, because we know the Saleh era, they just lived in nickel the whole time. So this looks a little bit different from what we're used to. And with no nickel back on the field, I think the Jets defensive front, I think that looks like maybe Will McDonald, David Bailey on the edges, and then you have your 3 guys in the middle. I can't obviously tell who they are, but that's probably
the guys you would expect about Tavondre Sweat,
exactly.
Or Nevada, Harrison Phillips, Jawan Briggs.
And Briggs. Yeah, I wasn't sure if maybe Jackson was in on this, but this, without the nickel corner on the field, is still a very, advantageous look for the defense, because their defensive line is probably their strength right now. So get all those guys on the field. It's definitely a bit of a change from what we've seen in the past. And the 2-high shell has become a thing in today's passing league. Now it looks like they're under center offensively in a single back. So that could be a potential run down for the offense here. But I do like the change from so much 1-high to a little bit more 2-high looks in the back end.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Today's raffle has not one, but four prizes up for grabs. D'Angelo Pond signed helmet, Garrett Wilson signed football, Darrelle Revis signed helmet, and a Darrelle Revis signed football. Enter now for your chance to win. If you enter during this show, you are in a separate raffle for a 5th prize today. How about a David Bailey jersey, or Omar Cooper Jr., or maybe Kenyon Sadiq, who I had a great chat with yesterday, Dylan. And you know what I told Kenyon Sadiq? I said, you, sir, are an absolute freak 7 days a week.
Did he understand the reference?
He goes, wow, you're the guy that made the Adam Shine song?
I was obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. 7 days a week, has a hernia tweak. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Trying to critique what I read in Newsweek. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Trying to take a peek at his manly physique. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Time to take a leak and play hide and go seek.
I said, yep, that's me, a.k.a. Gator McCluskey.
Oh, Jake, everybody knows you on the team, whether they want to or not. So that's awesome that Sadiq has seen the video. He is leaning into it. Glad he's healthy and back out on the field, because I do think he's going to be a star for this offense.
I can tell you this, just watching the way he moves, and shout out to our guy, Rich Samini of the Jets Collective and ESPN for capturing this. He doesn't move like a tight end. And you could see just the way they line them up and use them all over that they clearly have a plan for him. But how they find ways to use him and hopefully allow him to be, maybe a decoy in some plays and open things up for other guys, it's going to be interesting to see. Frank Reich has a very important job finding ways to get 16 and 85 different matchups to get the ball. Mason Taylor, I thought, had a good practice yesterday, too. Made a couple really difficult catches, one from Klubnik over the middle where Mason had the full-on dive and haul it in and make sure the ball didn't hit the ground. Really good catch. I had a great view of it from where we were sitting. So I thought both Jet tight ends looked the part yesterday.
Hell yeah. And I got a little bit of pushback. I was doing my summer ranking series, and I went position group throughout the AFC East. Each position group, I ranked them all 1 through 4. And we got to the tight end room, and I said, maybe people in the comments will say I have my green goggles on for this one, but I had the Jets tight end room ranked as the first best tight end room in the division over the Bills with Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox and Jackson Hawes as their trio. And I just feel really good about the potential of Kenyon Sadiq plus the second-year jump from Mason Taylor. I think it was on your show last month, you asked me somebody that I thought was going to take a big year 2 jump. And I said Mason Taylor. I genuinely think being so young in his rookie year, he was only like 20 or 20 and a half for most of his rookie year. So he's still a very young player. Kenyon Sadiq's a little bit older, but he, like you said, he does not move like a tight end. And I don't want to poo-poo on other teams that are also in training camp right now, but the Arizona Cardinals posted a similar type of video of their wide receivers running routes. And Kenyon Sadiq runs better than Marvin Harrison. Like Marvin Harrison was getting comments of like, oh, he runs like a tight end. Kenyon Sadiq does not move like a tight end. You're absolutely right there. So whether he's just a distraction, whether he is the guy in 11 personnel, whether he's the main focal point of that 12 personnel with 2 tight ends, I think Kenyon Sadiq is going to have a pretty monster year, maybe not to the tune of 700 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns, but can he have 450, 500 yards and get in the end zone 3 or 4 times? I certainly think that's doable for Sadiq. So glad to see him healthy. He moves so well. And I think when he does get the ball in his hands, it's even going to be more special.
He looked the part yesterday, just as far as the athleticism goes. So there's no doubt about that. Also, shout out to our guy, friend of the show now, Omar Cooper Jr. He was great. I said, get ready for the Coop chance. We got Brees and we got Coop chance. There will be at MetLife starting this fall. So looking forward to that. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Panama Jet, are you kidding me? A 20 spot of gifted channel memberships. Let's go.
Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets.
It's raining channel memberships, baby. We haven't had a 20 spot in a long time. Panama in our weekly raffle at the end of the show and our jersey raffle at the end of the show for 20 entries. I got 20 names to read off from Panama. NY Jets Uber, Panama Yogi, Josh Sorensen, Uptown 357, Beast Breakers Cholesterol, FR Kuzi, Andy Del 4, Roy Wally 44, Tim Byrne 4453, The Flies, Scoot 0203, Lord Saws, Dylan Tereman's Weed, Titan 319, Shifty 49ers Talk, Ayokin FC, Baller 5596, Adam Page 5847, King Miz 244, Esteban Sorellis 235, and his Beastbreaker more of a man than Mad Max ? All receiving a gifted channel membership. Let's go.
You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Geno. I got you. Geno, you look great. I got you.
Shout out to the Lou B. Between that and the Nick Shine heckle at Aaron Glenn, it was a banner day for ASMANIACs at practice.
You have superpowers. You got to fly over there.
You gotta love Glenn laughing about that. Oh yeah, baby.
And I know it's hard to say. Just trust me, have faith in what we're doing.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Got some other notes that I wrote down that I thought were interesting. Love seeing Demario Davis just out there coaching guys up. That veteran leadership was apparent. DD doing his thing. He was awesome with the fans, as you would expect, afterwards as well. I thought that was great. I thought that watching David Bailey up close, you immediately see the first step, the jump in person. And after Bailey had this amazing practice that we all were excited about, you know what Armand Membo did yesterday? Stonewall David Bailey the entire time. I didn't see a single rep where I thought Bailey won against Membo. And here's my big prediction. By the end of the season, the best player on the Jets offense is going to be Armand Membo. I think he's that special.
Yeah, I agree. Armand is a top 3 player on the entire team right now. And by the end of the year, if he's number 1 or number 2, I wouldn't be surprised. And talking about his competition, David Bailey, he's kind of like Cade Klubnik for me. Like, there's going to be those great games or days of practice where he has multiple sacks. I think he had like 3 sacks and multiple TFLs in the practice before yesterday. And then he might come back down a little bit to earth. The one, I guess, positive out of all of this is we don't have to worry about, is Armand Membu a bust because David Bailey just beat him for 2 sacks? Or is Olu Fashanu going to be awful now because he fell over on one of David Bailey's stutter steps? We still feel very confident in our bookend tackles. So they're allowed to have a bad day. Bailey's allowed to have a good day. I don't think that matchup specifically is going to worry Jets fans that one side or the other isn't doing well. Like we talked about with wide receiver cornerback, there is a bit of an issue of like, okay, our wide receivers are getting completely butt naked wide open. What's going on with our cornerback room? Not so much the same in the trenches. This week, starting tomorrow, I am all
Heads
eyes
are on, baby.
All eyes are on David Bailey, number 31. You'll easily find him because aesthetically, he just looks like a basic created Madden character with absolutely no drip, as the kids call it, right? No gloves, no armbands, no nothing. So he's just out there looking like a menacing edge defender. So I'm really excited for him, and I'm not too worried about a slower day from him because we just know what Armand Membu is. And is anybody surprised that Armand went back in, corrected it, fixed his problem for Saturday? I don't think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a hell of a right tackle. That I know. I don't know about a lot of things with this Jets team. I do know that between Membu and then Olu Fashanu, we feel really good about the tackles. I also just observed them interacting at practice, those two guys. They're really good friends. It's cool to see that dynamic between Membu and Olu. They are clearly very close and good friends on the team. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. I want to give a shout out to a couple people that entered the raffle. This one is from Jay Enrile. He is in the raffle for 1. He became a channel member. And Nick Shine with his $10 super chat. He's in the raffle for 2. He says, Demario Davis looked upset. There was no safety help in the middle of the field on that Geno to AD touchdown. He immediately walked to a coach and spoke with him. Growing pains for sure. Also, great time yesterday. So this is the play that Nick is referring to here. I'll play it, and we can watch Demario here. So watch 56. You'll see he's dead center at the start of the play. He's moving. He's right there with AD. Demario looking around. And then he starts talking to a coach. I did get a great interaction with Brian Duker. No one recognized him besides me because I'm sick in the head. And I yelled out, Brian Duker, baby, the Duke of defense, when it was a quiet point in practice, and he turned around and gave me a thumbs up. So I got you, Duker. Even though it looked like you shit your pants your first media availability, you look good out there coaching the defense. I believe in you, Duke. Dylan, you're on mute.
I was laughing a little bit too hard there because it reminded me of when I was in Mobile with you guys, and I'm like, hey, that's so-and-so from the Jets scouting department. You're like, really? I'm like, yeah, I know all their faces. So I'm glad that the facial recognition is carried over to practice. But it does look like Demario was looking for some help over the top. I also don't know like what the back end of that coverage was dictating. Maybe Minka got a little too wide, or the safety on that side did get a little too wide. It also looked like he got way too far out. Like he was basically standing on top of Jamie and Sherwood there. So they were kind of occupying the same zone. Maybe if he was a little bit more central to the formation, that play wouldn't have happened. So hard to tell if it was Demario out of position, a safety out of position, but either way, I mean, the offense was on the same page, and that's really the most important.
Very interesting dynamic being there. There were less than 300 people there. And I think 20% of the people who were there were ASMANIACs. Like, I felt like I knew everyone that was at this practice. Like, if you go look at the photo album the Jets posted on their website, in every picture, it's someone I know. It was pretty interesting, man. Like, everyone there was like truly like the diehard of diehard fans. So interesting dynamic yesterday for sure. We're gonna do some calls, and we also have the raffle at the end of the show. But we're 35 minutes in, and ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Azzy Awards for this morning's program here. Today's Azzy is the biggest comeback award. Now, if you're wondering how this works, what were the criteria according to Boomtown and the committee? The biggest comeback award goes to the ASMANIAC, who's had to overcome a lot and is on the comeback trail to be stronger than ever this upcoming year. Bobby Midnight, toe surgery. Artie, heart attack. Big Cho, back surgery. Mikey Midnight, pneumonia. Those are your nominees for the Azzy Award for biggest comeback. Ladies and gentlemen, your vote determines who wins the Azzy. Voting is underway.
Cast your vote for the best. It's time for the Azzy Award. It's time for the Azzy Award. Cast your vote for the best. It's time for the Azzy Award.
Dylan, who's got your vote?
I'm going to have to go with our guy, Artie. A little bit of bias here. I met Artie in person. Out of any of these four gentlemen here, I would love to meet the Midnight Brothers and Big Cho. We don't know if the heart attack was caused by our New York Jets or not with Artie, so I'm going to have to go Artie. I loved talking with him in Tampa. Obviously, Peg and him came out. They got me started on the day with drinks, and it didn't end well for your boy that day, but my vote's got to go Artie here.
Ladies and gentlemen, vote, vote, vote. Your vote determines who advances. This one is from the big fella who says, wow, Sunday with DT. Who pulled you off the golf course? You were missed yesterday. Hopefully we see you in Nashville. Dylan, will you be in Nashville for Jets Titans?
I am doing my absolute best. I know I have a ticket. I have a ticket on standby from our guy Lou B. So shout out to Lou B for that. And shout out to Big Fella. Obviously, I saw him in Tampa Bay. I would love to meet you guys in Nashville. I know there's tons more ASMANIACs that are coming out that are going to be there that want to meet me. So I got a lot to figure out this month. Work kind of went upside down for me this past week. So finding a new job and trying to coordinate all the planning for travels in just a month's time is going to be a little difficult, but I'm going to do everything I can to get to Nashville.
Speaking of Lou B, I haven't even mentioned this yet. This is how I got picked up yesterday to head to training camp with Lou B.
The training camp with Lou B, everybody. Here we go. In the Sprinter. In the Beast.
Right now.
This is actually insane. Lou B, everybody. Yes.
Yeah. The Lou B Sprinter, Dylan. Incredible.
Dude, that thing looks amazing. Shout out to Lou B. He's got all the cool toys, man. He's just like a grown kid. He's just out here with all his toys, Sprinter vans in New York, just
the
decked
Beast
out.
Sprinter. It's named after the Beastbreaker 666, of course.
Of course, because why wouldn't it be? I mean, when you have a unit like that rolling through the streets of New York. Oh, and of course, we got to have our guy Jake with Matt O'Leary on the
He's
TV.
got my show playing when I walk in there yesterday morning. Unbelievable.
This is incredible. Shout out to Lou B.
My brother couldn't believe what he was looking at here. Look at him. He's like, what? And then Lou B's like, yes, this is what I do. I'm Lou B, super Jet fan.
You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Geno. I got you. Geno, you look great. I got you.
Just incredible. Now, here's the other thing with Lou B. He might have been having one of the great days of his life yesterday as he got a chance to talk to players who are a part of a Jets football team that was 3-14 last season, Dylan. And if you missed it, here's the best of Lou B from yesterday's practice. It's like Lou B is like one of those like Make-A-Wish kids, if you will, that won a contest to meet the Jets. That's how happy he was yesterday at One Jets Drive. Take a listen.
You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Geno. I got you. Geno, you look great. I got you. Thank you, man. Okay. Yeah. We're wishing you the best, bro. Wishing you the best.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you, man.
sign the hat. Got you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I need you tomorrow. Thank you guys.
Appreciate y'all coming out.
Appreciate it.
Sign my hat.
Let's do it, baby.
Hey, how you doing? What's up, man? I'm disgusting.
This sign right there.
I got you.
How you doing? Can I sign this for you?
Go.
Thanks. Good luck this season. Okay, yo, it's happy they drafted you. Sure. DJ, right there. You writing your phone number?
Oh, you inside your hat? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, that's clever. I like it. Have a great season.
Yeah, sign that hat. My man, good luck. I was screaming, don't let us down. We count on you. I'm so happy they got you, man. For real. Right there. Thanks, Reese.
There you go. Top of everybody.
That's right.
There you go. Nice to sign the hat.
You too.
I'm pinless.
Good, man. Look good today. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. All right. My man, kill somebody in Tennessee for us, please.
Plan now.
That's the plan.
I'm pinless. Oh, here you go.
Right here.
Sorry, yeah. Yes,
Give him a pen. Someone give him a pen.
Here it is. Thank you all for coming out.
No, you. Thank you.
Is that for you? Thank you.
Yo, you're my favorite player. I manifested them drafting you. I'm the reason why they drafted you. You're my favorite player, bro.
Oh, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hi.
This man wasted signatures on a hat from guys like Chuma Okorafor. What are we doing, Luby?
I put it in the chat. I was like, I'm betting that nobody knew that was Jack Heflin until they put his name on the screen. And
I don't even know who that is.
And then he's like a 6th defensive tackle. And then Kingsley Jonathan was the next guy to sign the hat. And I'm like, Luby is just going for anybody he could get on this hat. And then you see Curtis Martin at the end. So you go all the way from the highs of Curtis Martin all the way down to the, I don't want to call them lows, but the unknowns of Jack Heflin and Kingsley Jonathan. That was pretty fun.
Kingsley Jonathan, not Kingsley Anabari, who's going to play a role in this team. Kingsley Jonathan had to sign the hat for
Yeah,
Luby.
and he did, and he got Kingsley Anagbare eventually. And I even said, I was like, he looks fly in that vest he's got on there. It's funny. Kingsley Anagbare's nickname is JJ. And when AG referred to him at the podium the other day, JJ, I was like confused at first. I was like, I know who you're talking about, but why are you calling him JJ? And then my Packers
Why is that his
friend,
nickname?
I have no idea. Maybe Kingsley is his middle name and his first name actually starts with a J. But then I was talking to my Packers friend, Kevin, and he was like, yeah, JJ's a beast, dude. He's going to be really good for you guys. And I'm like, that's twice today I've heard somebody call him JJ, and there's not a J in Kingsley or Anagbare. So I have no idea where they got it from.
Cater, I had to Google some of those guys to make the graphic.
Yeah, nobody knows 96 is Jack Heflin, and unfortunate to him, but that's just how it goes.
Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, raffle at the end of the show. We got 5 prizes today. Anyone who enters has a chance to win a Jets jersey of their choosing, specific for just the Sunday live crew here. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. This community is incredible. We had a great time yesterday at the Chef Kevin Cloverleaf Tavern meetup. I'm rocking my Cloverleaf Tavern hat. I also want to say congratulations to Chef Kevin on defeating Chef Brian Morales in a chef-off that was as good as it gets. It was super close. They each made a burger and each made a sandwich. The celebrity judges were Charles Gorman, Mr. Bonesy, and Nick Shine. They scored each food item in a bunch of different categories out of 5, and it came down to the bitter end. But the better chef, according to our 3 judges, was Chef Kev, who made an outstanding burger and then like a chicken cutlet-like sandwich. And I thought both burgers in particular were incredible because Chef Brian's burger included some egg on it, and I love some egg on a burger. But both these guys went out there yesterday, Dylan, and they would have made any eater proud with what they put together. So I definitely want to give a special shout out to Chef Brian, who performed as well as you could perform in a chef off when he had to go into a hostile road environment at the Cloverleaf Tavern. He didn't have a feel for the kitchen the way Chef Kev did. So this was just an outstanding battle between these two great chefs.
Yeah, I don't know if you're somebody who plays the college football franchise that has recently been, I guess, rebooted by EA, but they have what's called Stadium Pulse when you're playing on the road. I can imagine the Stadium Pulse in this restaurant that Chef Brian was undergoing, because it is a hostile environment, like you said. And I was listening to our guy Nick Shine, shout out to Nick, on his show last night, and he was talking about these burgers and how closely rated they were. I think he gave Chef Kev one better point of a rating score. So I'm glad that you guys got to enjoy some really good food. Shout out to Chef Kev. I know it was or is his birthday, so happy birthday to him. And not surprising that you guys were, I guess, spoiled with some really good food yesterday.
It was so good. God, everything was incredible. I see Indy Jets wants me to tell the story of the $25 raffle ticket you didn't know anything about.
Oh, no.
So Court Sports' father, shout out to Court Sports, who survived Frankie V hitting on her while he was blackout drunk for 15 minutes at Gangrene Beach Club. Court Sports' father comes up to me late in the event and just hands me $25 and goes, "This is for the raffle, and if I win, donate to someone in my honor." And I was like, okay, like, do you mean like the weekly raffle that I'm doing tomorrow? And I really didn't understand what he was saying. I just knew like he wanted to give me money for the raffle. So I thought nothing of it. Like, oh, okay, this is an in-person super chat for the raffle. I'll put you in for the weekly raffle we're going to do at the end of the show. Then I get a text last night from Boy Green, who writes in the following. "Hey, Jake, I just got told the hilarious story about Court Sports' dad giving you $25 for my raffle at the party today. I'm so sorry. He had a few beers." I go, "I'm very confused. Did he mean my raffle or yours?" He goes, "He meant mine, but somehow got confused and gave it to you. I blame the alcohol." He goes, "I'm doing a raffle for 2 tickets to the Jets-Brown game and 2 tailgate tickets and 2 field tickets. They're $25 a piece. And for some reason, he got confused and handed it to you. The rest of Court Sports family were too embarrassed to stop him once they realized what happened." So I said, "Oh, well, I'm going to honor his raffle and mine anyway." And I put him in for 5 entries. So good luck to Court Sports' father, who entered the wrong raffle, but he's in nonetheless.
So he's in 2 raffles now. That 25 is a little twofer. So,
well, I still have the 25. I didn't give it back to Boy Green. I might just hold on to it for now.
I hope that his dad, or her dad, wins one, if not both of these raffles, because that would just be absolutely hilarious. It's like the alcohol is to blame, but now the alcohol is to praise if he wins one or both of these raffles. But that's pretty funny. I wouldn't have known how to handle that situation either. I mean, I'll take the money. Like, don't get me wrong.
And I insisted. I'm like, you don't like, you normally could just send this in. Like, you don't have to hand me. He's like, "No, take it. Donate to someone." And I'm just like, all right. Thanks for the $25. And I used it as a tip to the Cloverleaf Tavern staff at the end anyway. So it went to the people of Cloverleaf. So that's where the money went. But Court Sports' father, if you're out there, you have 5 entries in the ASMANIAC raffle at the end of the show for, once again, the following 4 prizes: Revis sign ball, Revis sign helmet, Garrett Wilson sign football, and D'Angelo Pons sign helmet, all up for grabs. We had a great raffle yesterday where we gave away 8 signed items, including this one to We the People.
A signed Braylon Allen Jets jersey. Woo! And the winner is We the People.
We the People won a jersey. He also is using a super chat, an ASMANIAC super chat. He's been a channel member for 22 months. He says, "Geno is one of the better quarterbacks we've had in a minute. I know everyone, including me, just wants to see a competitive offense now. Let's go Jets." They could be a competitive offense with Geno if he's protected. And Geno just looked comfortable, confident. He stood in there in the pocket, and he saw the field really well. I think we get a solid season from Geno if he stays healthy. You're always going to be concerned about his availability because behind him is right now a day 3 quarterback who's never played in the NFL. So that could be a concern if Geno gets hurt, but he's been durable in his career, and you got to hope he stays healthy with the Jets this year and provides stability at that position. Because at the bare minimum, Dylan, I want to be able to properly evaluate this entire offensive roster so we know exactly what we need going into the offseason where we have the most amount of cap and first-round picks in the league combined. Like, the Jets are set up to really finalize this roster around a young quarterback going into 27. And the only way you can know exactly what you need is if Geno provides you the opportunity to really evaluate what you have.
Yeah, and I think that Geno will do that for the most part. The combination of him and Frank Reich seems to be competent enough where we're not sitting here in like week 11, week 12, and we're like, dang, do we have the OC of the future and it's the quarterback's fault like we kind of thought last year with Engstrand and Fields? Or is it the quarterback that needs to stay and the OC is just terrible? Like, I don't think we're going to have those questions. I feel like it's either going to be they're both good enough and we want to see a little bit more from Reich and Geno in 27, or it's probably going to be pretty bad and we're looking at upgrading at both quarterback and offensive coordinator. I don't think it's going to be one or the other is holding them back.
Super chat from Candyman in the raffle for 2. I believe in Glenn. Don't let go of the rope. Just shine on.
You have superpowers. You got to fly over there.
Oh, yeah. Omar Ochoa in the raffle for 1.
I'm not trying to be a butthole. A butthole.
WT Fish Crypto 2-1. First raffle for me. Ready for the homeowner versus the Packers. The homeowner or the home opener. Either way, welcome to the raffle. You're in for 2.
You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Geno. I got you. Geno, you look great. I got you.
Peg and Artie. Vote for Artie. Ate a salad, took a Renzel, and had a heart attack.
Good job.
Right now, Artie, overcoming his heart attack, is leading in the vote for the ASI for biggest comeback award. 55%. I mean, we could call this one. It's over. Mikey Midnight's pneumonia, Big Cho's back surgery, and Bobby Midnight's amputation of his toe has no match for Peg and Artie, a.k.a. Artie, overcoming a heart attack.
Let's go. Jets, 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 Jets.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into your calls, a word from our sponsor, Zip Recruiter. I've been talking about Zip Recruiter all week on the show, and I saw this again yesterday. The ASMANIACs going the extra step. Listeners who drove hours yesterday to come to our event. Everyone's so welcoming, going the extra step for one another. That's what Zip Recruiter could help you do. Zip Recruiter candidates, in their own words, can explain why they're interested in your job. It's a brand new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates, so you're going to meet the right people faster. If you're looking for a job, Zip Recruiter. If you're trying to find a great candidate, Zip Recruiter. Zip Recruiter, much like the ASMANIACs, always going the extra step to get the best people involved. Try Zip Recruiter. Meet great candidates who will do what it takes to be the best for your job. 4 out of 5 employers who post on Zip Recruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/audio. That's ziprecruiter.com/audio. Meet your match on Zip Recruiter. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Oh, where'd Dylan go? I hit the wrong button. Lot to get into here on the show. Raffle at the end again. For those just tuning in, I want to say shout out to Sean who says Geno is taking us to the promised land. All right, Dylan, here's the Geno question for you. How many total touchdowns does Geno Smith throw this year with the Jets?
I don't think he beats the record of Ryan Fitzpatrick's 31. I don't think he beats the third place, or I think second place is Rodgers with 28 touchdowns. I think it's somewhere between like 24 to 26. So I'm going to say 25 touchdowns for Geno Smith. Maybe he surprises us and he runs in a couple at the goal line, because I know he's not, bereft of speed. Like, he has a little bit of mobility. We saw that in early season or early career Geno. So I'll say 25 passing and 1 or 2 rushing to get him to 27 total.
Outstanding. How about this one from Estebanbi Solasi? How do you people come up with your names? Anyway, you're in the raffle for 1, whoever you are. Thank you.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
What type of name is that?
Gotta ask Esteban's parents, I guess.
Is that his name, Esteban?
I would assume it's Esteban, and then like B is like the start of the next one. I don't know what Solaresi is. Maybe that's his last name, but
Well, Esteban, if we're saying it right, thank you for the membership. You're in for one. All right, let's hit some calls. Ladies and gentlemen, new intro for our first caller today. Get ready.
It's the wagon. Yo, wagon! Chuck! Chuck! Chuck wagon! It's Chuck wagon. Let's go! Let's go!
The Chuck Wagon joins us now. Hello, Chuck.
So he did tape me. That's a little scary.
How are you, Chuck?
I'm doing good. Had a fun time. Yesterday was worth the drive, even though it was a little over 3 hours. But yeah, I would definitely do it again and again because it was worth it.
That's nothing. I mean, Charles Gorman's speech was over 3 hours yesterday alone.
Yeah. Imagine if he's ever a best man. I wouldn't want to be at that one because he would take up the whole time.
It was the longest speech ever. Charles Gorman, who won a signed Darrell Revis card, completely random. And then everyone yells, speech! And the speech is still going. It's incredible.
I'm sure.
I was going to say, did Gorman wear his specific hat that coincides with a quote that our head coach may or may not have said at the podium? Something about buttholes?
He was wearing a ASMANIAC fanny pack. I did enjoy that.
Not the show me your butthole hat?
No. A bright blue shirt, too. Not sure what kind of shirt, but yeah, blue shirt.
How was your autograph from Rich Samini, Chuck?
That was awesome. Actually, I have it on my wall. Yeah, there's Rich Samini, Jake Asman, Connie, and Chef Kevin signed the bottom.
Hell yeah.
Definitely had to get framed and put on my wall. Yep. Had to do it. Couldn't wait. So, yep. That was totally worth it. It was really fun. I just wish maybe next year I was a little envious because I definitely wanted to try those burgers. Yeah, I definitely want to be a judge next year.
You want to be a judge, do you?
I do. Yes, I do.
Are you a qualified eater?
I think I am, yes.
You think you're more qualified than Gorman?
I think so, yes.
I don't know. Look at this man. Charles Gorman in his blue shirt.
He sticks out for sure.
Yeah, man. And fanny pack and all.
Him and Nate sticking out the most because Nate's got the throwback Jets jersey. And
at least
then
Nate's is a Jet related jersey, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Gorman's doing here with the bright blue on.
Here's Charles Gorman. Hold on, I gotta get this picture handy here. Here's Charles Gorman in his natural habitat, eating the way you would expect the Gormanator to eat the chicken and pasta dish that was on the Chef Kevin menu of champions. Let me pull up the image here.
Of course, there's chicken and pasta.
Yeah, it looked like chicken parm.
Look at this man.
Oh, he's in his element.
So the exact item on the menu here is the no chicken and pasta, priced at $19. Great value. Penne pasta tossed with house-made vodka sauce, topped with chicken parmesan, fresh basil, and red pepper flakes, people.
Hell yeah. What's Gorman watching on his phone while he's eating this?
I believe he was on the Addy show.
Okay. Gorman.
Fantastic Gorman day for those who were there. You experienced greatness.
I love the mouth half open, tongue like about to come out like from Gorman there. Like you got him at the best part.
Also,
yeah,
I see,
like he enjoyed it.
I see our guy, two-piece, Derek Barrett in the chat. Derek donated 4 tickets to listeners yesterday to be able to attend practice. Derek brought his whole family out to practice. They were all over the Jets website with some great photos. Like the lead photo on the Jets Instagram was Derek yesterday, which is very cool, and his family going nuts at practice. So I wanted to shout him out because he came out and he was absolutely awesome to hang with during the afternoon. So shout out to our guy Two Piece, who was at the meetup yesterday.
And actually, Derek was able to. I gave my G5 T-shirt, the one that was too small for my youngest daughter. I gave it to him so his daughters could wear it. So hopefully, the two girls don't fight over that G5 T-shirt.
Here's a picture of. Here's an action shot of Derek at practice. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
He's ready for the season. He's absolutely ready for the season.
Yeah, the fans were in mid-season form out there. That's for sure.
No, the fans were great, and there were less than 300. Again, I felt like I knew everyone who was there. It was bizarre. It was like the Jets did a practice just for ASMANIACs. That's what it felt like.
Love it.
Well, Chuck, any other thoughts here, or could we let you run?
No other thoughts. My oldest daughter went to the doctors. My wife took her. She's we got some bad news. She has a sprained ankle, but she fractured her radial on her wrist. So she's going there to get a splint up right now. But hey, dancers push their bodies to the limit, and she needs some rest, and especially now since she has her first ever job, Gorman. Yeah, she's gonna have a fun time counseling some little kids, but hopefully they'll, be nice to her and not give her too much of a headache. Maybe they'll feel sorry for her and just calm down and give her a break now for the next 2 weeks.
Jay Quest says he fell asleep during this call, Chuck. You got a Jet fan in us, a Jet chain in you to wake us up?
Sure. Jets, 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 Jets.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chuck Wagon.
It's the wagon. Yo, wagon. Chuck. Chuck Wagon. It's Chuck Wagon. Let's go. Let's go.
The Chuck Wagon. Incredible. Big fella. We need a Chuck Wagon weekly cooking segment during the season to replace the girl who just bought food. He actually cooks. Wow, shots fired at Ariel Nash from the big
top
fella.
rope from Big
My
Fella.
goodness. My goodness. Don't be a butthole, big fella.
I'm not trying to be a butthole. A butthole.
Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls. This man yesterday said this to our head coach.
You have superpowers. You got to fly over there.
How we doing, gentlemen?
Hello, Nick Sean.
What's up, Dad?
Hello, son. You're making me proud. Good performance here on the show so far. Keep it up.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yesterday was just great. Yeah, I said the same thing last night, Jake, that it was very intimate, and you felt like you knew everybody everywhere you turned, and like the Jets literally had a practice just for us. So I know it's tough to get a ticket. If you get there, you're going to really appreciate the environment because it's not overwhelmed. It's not kids screaming for players to sign stuff during the practice, which has been annoying to deal with the past couple of years. But the event afterwards, man, was just amazing. And Chef Kevin's Burger, which ended up being a double smash burger with bacon and his own homemade Chipotle sauce. It's the best burger I've ever had. And the second I bit into it, I looked at Bonesy. I was like, this might be the best burger I've ever had. And another bite or two, and I was completely convinced. So shout out to both chefs. They did phenomenal work, and it was a very tough decision. But, yeah, man, great time yesterday. And one of the funniest things that happened yesterday, Gorman got his dessert because he has to have dessert for lunch. But he ordered an apple pie or whatever it was. He then goes into the kitchen on his own to get a to-go container because he wanted to bring it home with him.
Wow. So he doesn't have a job, but he's comfortable walking into the work environment of others.
Yes. He won't do his own job, but he will do other people's jobs for them. That's his strength. That's his superpower.
Speaking of superpowers, you lost your voice yelling at a coach about his superpowers, I heard.
Dude, the amount of negativity and comments about that is wild. Like, it's a joke. It's not degrading.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty comical that people have no sense of humor, and good luck having the surgery to remove the stick from your ass.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I mean, Glenn even laughed at it. Like, it's not like it was a mean-spirited thing. It was funny.
No, I took something that he said and had a little bit of play on words with it. Like that's fun. It's good banter. It's not degrading or disrespectful.
It's good comedy.
Thank you, son.
I got you.
Appreciate that. I
got
appreciate that. Jake, great shirt. Is that the shirt that I had on yesterday? I love that shirt.
It is. It's the Homage brand shirt.
I love that shirt. That's my favorite Jet shirt. I'm rocking that one for the game in Tennessee. That's a very, very good shirt. I love the colors and the design of it.
Jets football, baby.
That's it, gentlemen. Now, I do have some concerns, right? You know, to bring it back to the Jets. Everyone was open yesterday. Not just Garrett. Garrett, the first two passes go to Garrett, right? And I turned to Jake and Bonesy. I'm like, you could probably throw to Garrett every single play if it's man-to-man because he'll be open. But as practice went on and you saw that with Geno, I passed it and hit the ground, everybody was open. So I know Glenn has a younger secondary. Pons wasn't there. There's concerns with man coverage. And if you want to be a coach that's going to send blitzes, you have to be able to cover, or you have to be able to be creative with your coverages. And listen, I know it's the first week of practice. Pads aren't on, but you should be able to run and cover, whether there's pads, you're in street clothes, whatever. Everyone was open. So they got a lot to work on the back end of this defense. I know we expect a lot from the pass rush, but it's not a major concern, but it should be a point of emphasis in how to disguise and mask things on the back end so this team can be successful.
So in your opinion, do you think having the pads on next week will bring that competition a little closer? Or do you think it might only separate the gap between the wide receivers and DBs? Are you feeling a little bit more optimistic about them with pads? I know AG was a little hesitant to speak about AZ Thomas at the podium because there were no pads, but what was your observations? Do you think it's still going to be much of the same when the pads come on?
Well, even the play that you guys were breaking down before when Geno threw the touchdown to Mitchell, the pass rush stopped. Like, the ball was held for too long. You see the pass rush because they're not going to collapse. They're not going to push back into the quarterback. In a real game, that play never even takes place. It took too long to develop, and you see that the pass rush kind of slows it down. But they would have got home and got a sack. I'm hoping that the pass rush can continuously mask our deficiencies on the back end. But until you're out there against a team where you can go and hit the quarterback and you're going 100% all the time, that's a tough one to answer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like we'll still probably struggle against teams like last year's Miami Dolphins, where it's just 3-step, 1-step drop, get the ball out really quickly, kind of mitigates the pass rush a little bit. So I can share some of those concerns about those like quick passing offenses. But if you're a team that loves the 5-step or the play actions and stuff like that, maybe the Jets front will get home a little bit quicker. But yeah, I do share that concern about like quick hitting offenses.
Yeah, and there was a couple times where the thing I love about Demario Davis and Minka Fitzpatrick, so they were doing their work right in front of us. I think it was Bowling, the linebacker coach, and Duker were in the back of the end zone right in front of us. So when they would do their substitutions, or like the second teamers would come in, everyone would go to the sideline, but not Davis and Minka. They would go to the back of the end zone, be by the coaches. They were discussing things that they saw. So it wasn't a dramatic thing, but you could see Davis is talking to the coach. There was one time he was talking and he was like showing his shoulder, and like, I don't know if it was about leverage or about alignment and where to be on certain formations, but you could just see Demario Davis is another coach out there, and I mean, they all collectively have a lot of work to do. We know that, but it was fun being that up close. And I wish I could have heard the conversation, because as a former coach, I would love to know what Demario Davis sees out there.
The teaching points, yep.
Yes, 100%, man. I would have loved to have him mic'd up and to hear that discussion. But they got a lot of work to do, and it's early. But I think that we have a lot of good talent on this team, and there's going to be a lot of great moments for this team. You just hope that they outweigh the bad ones long term.
Nick, what were your thoughts yesterday on you doing your best to try and rally the crowd to do some sort of Jet chant?
We had to do it.
Presented by Honda of the summer. We're going to be here for 9 more shows throughout
Look at him in the
camp.
background.
Garrett Wilson is
Talking over
going
Eric
to
Allen.
be here as well. We might have another
Look at Nick.
special
Look at him.
guest.
Look at
but
him.
Geno came out of the gate
Tom
today
Ace,
and
left
looked at
corner
number
there.
5.
Actually, sorry. Tom Ace prefers to remain anonymous. He's a secret agent. But there's Lou B right behind he who cannot be named. Boy Green there. What a crew. What a section. What a life.
I mean, we had a great group, and it was a very quiet start to practice when they were stretching and stuff. And finally, I saw the cameraman, and I was like, "You need a chant?" And he's like, "Yeah, do a chant." I'm like, "All right, I accept this role today. I'm not Gorman. I will accept any job that I am called upon to do." And for the fact that we had a little crowd, our section was really good, and it's all over the Jets Facebook page, the Instagram, the X. Our section was plastered everywhere.
The real loud, the real noise was at the Cloverleaf Tavern.
Let's go.
J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go, man.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everyone who came out. All the content guys. Samini missed the photo here, but he stopped by. Got Amari Brown there, Connie Carberg, Ryan from Jets Talk, Boy Green, Richie. It was fantastic. What a day. What a time to be alive.
It was a really, really great time. And if you haven't been there yet, make the trip. It's worth the drive. Get to the Cloverleaf Tavern. Shout out again to Chef Kev for everything he did. His staff there, they were tremendous. And looking forward to it, getting together with all of you guys again. Now, Jake, I'm going to call you out on air. Me, Lou, Chef Kev, we're going to the Bucks game on Friday night. We need you there. Don't use a preseason post game that you have to be home for as an excuse. Get to the game with us.
Well, here's the thing. It's just preseason football sucks. So it's like if I go to the game, it just delays me being able to do my post game show and go to sleep on a Friday night. I have to stay up later.
Game.
Yeah, but the second half is probably going to be the better half as far as takeaways because we'll see more of Klubnik, I'd imagine.
I think we'll see Klubnik in the first half, right? You think they're letting Zappy play the first half? I don't think Geno plays.
Yeah, I might. Maybe I'll show up for the tailgate. Are you guys going to tailgate for preseason football?
We're working on it. I had some.
If there's a tailgate,
yesterday.
I'll consider stopping by because I don't live that far from MetLife without traffic. Although it's a Friday night, so that's probably not going to go well.
If that's what it takes to get you, then yes, we'll have a tailgate. Done.
If there's a tailgate, I could be swayed, perhaps.
All right, we got you, Jake.
Nick Shine, keep up the good work and keep trolling the head coach of the Jets.
I'll do my best, Jake. We all have a role to play in life. Also, if you don't mind, tonight, 7:00. Chad Cascadin, former Jet linebacker, SNY analyst, will be on the program.
Ask him about his golf game. I watched it on Monday.
Is it good?
No, he's horrific.
Okay, cool.
I'm just kidding. I didn't see him at all. He was just at the same event I was at for Marty's Foundation.
That's great. Great. Awesome. Gentlemen, have a great day. I'll be listening. Son, make me proud.
I will, Dad. I will.
You have superpowers. You got to fly over there.
Incredible. Here's a look, by the way, of what the meetup looked like. Connie Carberg sent me this. Just a little encapsulation of what was happening at a particular moment in time. Look at the Jake Quest family. Jake Quest's son having red hair. You got to love it.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to my redheads. There's Meet the People. Doesn't know what day of the week it is. 2 pieces in the back over there with his family. I got Carlos there. Prison Mike. Look at Prison Mike on the left. You wouldn't know it's Prison Mike. He's not wearing the prison shirt.
I was going to say he needs to be on brand. I had no idea.
Gorman wearing blue to a Jet event. You got to love it. There's Ryan from Jets Talk. And I believe it's Ryan's dad who was there wearing the Favre jersey. You got Court Sport in the back over there. Green. Talking to your guy, Shane Sullivan, right?
Yes, sir. Shout out Shane. Shout
I
out
said, I have DT on every week. He's a Jet Nation alum.
Yep. Shane's been kicking ass. He's been putting videos out lately, too. Who's that skinny man in the back?
Chuck wagon. Look at that. Look at that little bite by the Chuck wagon there. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that from the Chuck. Big fella in the Outune jersey. Hey, John LG. I want to give some love to John LG because he has presented me with the ASMANIAC jersey that will be given to Beastbreaker at Beast Feast on October 25th for the Jets and the Dolphins. 41 of the 70 tickets have been sold. So if you want to guarantee a spot at Beast Feast, aka Jets Dolphins, on October 25th, join the Patreon and lock in your tickets. There's an exclusive link for people to get tickets in section 146 for $150 for your group. You can reserve up to 4 tickets. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show, the ASMANIAC meetup, October 25th for the Jets and the Dolphins. But as you see here, this will be presented to the Beast, who's apparently coming.
Hell yeah.
To MetLife on October 25th, and we'll find out if that actually happens, but we're ready for it if it does. Beast, are you ready for Beast Feast?
Hold it. Halt. Halt. Acton. Acton. That's French. And also, I should bring my best friend.
It's German.
What do you think of this?
Hey, Beast, I know it's impossible for you to say thank you to someone, but can you thank John LG for getting you this jersey?
Well, I would say, jak sobie dobre. That means Polish thank you. Also,
how about English thank you?
That too, and also
no. Say thank you, John LG. Repeat after me. Thank you, John LG.
John LG. Thank you very much indeed. And
no. Say thank you, John LG, and then end of sentence. Thank you, John LG.
Oh, thank you, John LG, and I forgot to get.
No. You say thank you, John LG, and then nothing else. Say it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, John LG. Happy.
Oh, what's wrong, Beast?
I'm gonna be peeing a lot. I gotta go introduce Mr. Lizard to the Pizzard. I'm not gonna piss all over myself.
No, we made some progress there.
It's funny you brought up Beast, and we just had Nick Shine on, and he was talking about doing the Jets chant at practice. Could you imagine if Nick said to the guy holding the camera, "Hey, do you need a Jets chant?" And then the guy responds, yeah, a chant would be great. If Nick was like, you know what? I can't chant when it's over 85 degrees out. I'm sorry. That would have just been epic.
Unreal. Raffle coming up at the end of the show. A couple minutes left with Dylan. We'll let him run because he's got to go food shopping, right? Am I correct in that?
Yeah, man. We gotta hit Walmart, we gotta hit Publix, probably gotta hit Costco too to get all the things that we need in bulk. So big day of shopping. And I chose a Sunday to do it, man. Like the worst day. And it's raining, so it's like it's gonna be a miserable experience, but I've been putting it off too long.
Robin says, "Hey Jesters, my crazy preseason take is if we win game 1, we win 8 games. If not, don't ask. Put me in the raffle. Let's go." It's amazing to see the media do a complete 180 on the take I've had from the beginning that week 1 is a must win. The amount of people now that are saying it, it's one of my best takes I've ever had because everyone went from saying no to they're all coming around. And my entire radio station I work with at ESPN, all the hosts have flip-flopped and they're now saying the exact same thing that I've been saying since May.
Yeah, I just actually listened to you and Don LaGreca rehashing that on your latest video that you put out. I think it was this morning or yesterday. Yep. But it is funny, right? And then a couple weeks ago, I remember you had Nick Faria on, and he like didn't want to say must win, so he said can't lose. And I'm like, this is the Spider-Man meme. I'm like, they're the same thing. It's like, we understand the implications of this week 1 game. Shout out to you for getting ahead of it and, really putting your flag on the fact that this is.
I looked at the schedule. It's like people didn't bother to look at the opponents weeks 2, 3, and 4. It's not that hot. It's not that complicated. They lose to Tennessee. Why would you have any confidence that they're not going to lose the next 3 and be 0-4?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying it's a guarantee. You lose to Tennessee, you are starting 0-4, and your only hope is to beat that Browns team in week 5. But yes, you are not doing yourself any justice. And even worse than that, I don't really like consume a ton of like mainstream, like the NFL Lives of the world anymore, or Good Morning Footballs. I don't really watch them anymore. Monday morning, despite this not being a fun game, and they have tons of other games on the slate, right? Cowboys, Giants on Sunday night. Like there's so many other better games to talk about. Monday morning, first headline is going to be whatever Robert Saleh says, talking shit about the Jets after that win. So like that's the part that I really don't want. I don't want Saleh to get the last laugh on the Jets team, and we have our own issues internally. The last thing I want is somebody who failed here to continue taking pot shots at this team. So not only the ramifications from the internal perspective, but externally, all that noise is just going to be so annoying in week 1.
And just find a way to win, man.
Yep.
Find a way to win. We're going to be in Nashville. I met a bunch of people yesterday at the event who are also going to be in Nashville for week 1. So if you're a Jet fan on the fence about it, it's our Super Bowl, baby. Come on down. Barstool Nashville, the Gangrene pre-party from 4 to 7 the day before the game. RSVP if you want to come out. The link's in the description. It's free to attend. No cover charge if you RSVP through me. And we have a tailgate, GameDayFlightCrew.com. Get your tailgate tickets for $85. Food, alcohol, live DJ, tailgate games, all included at that price point. So it's going to be an outstanding week 1 in Nashville for all the Jet fans who are making the trip. Dylan Tereman is my guest. Last chance to get in on the show. Dylan, from your perspective, I know you haven't been at any of the practices. I've only been at one of the 3 they've had so far. What has caught your attention, though, from all the reporting on these practices? Has anything else stood out that we haven't hit to this point?
I don't know if it's necessarily what we've seen on the field, but I do think the structure of these practices and the way that AG talked about the ramp up period, right? 24 reps, 2 practices in a row, then you have a day of recovery. You come back, you get 32 reps, then we go back into recovery, and then we get up to 40 reps. I think that is something new that they're trying this year. That might be part of that whole analytics, research that they've done in the off season to try to correct things going into year 2 of this regime. And then I also like the quote that AG gave about the rookies and how we're going to give them every opportunity to compete, but their role is dictated by how much they prove to us. We're not just going to go out and hand a bunch of rookies jobs. And I know in years past we did that with like Zach Wilson and Sauce Gardner and things like that, but having the rookies actually earn their role is huge for this coaching staff as a whole, not just the team, but the coaching staff specifically. They need to get these guys playing well, but they can't rush them, because the first thing you do is you rush a rookie out there who's not ready, even if it's Omar Cooper Jr. in 11 personnel. If Isaiah Williams is doing those things well and you can hold off on Omar Cooper until he's fully, acclimated to the NFL, that's better for success in the long term for me. So how he's going about the structure of practice is probably just as, if not more important to me than all of the things that are happening, because there are no pads yet. We can't see the full physicality on display. And this team is supposed to be a physical team, right? The defensive line, the offensive line, and running game. So I like what AG has done off the field to help the on-field performance just as much as I've liked anything I've seen coming out about the player performances.
He is clearly trying to do things a little differently. Time will tell if it works, because how they start the year will tell us all we need to know about whether or not he's here for a 3rd year. You can't start 0-7 in year 1 and then get off to an 0-4 or 1-5 start in year 2 and keep your job. It doesn't matter how the rest of the year goes. Like you put yourself in too deep of a hole. At that point, you know what's coming. the calls for his job and whether or not they make an in-season firing. I personally wouldn't if this scenario plays out. I'd give him the full year no matter what. I don't think it behooves the Jets to fire Aaron Glenn in season. I think going to Frank Reich does nothing. So I'd rather just give Glenn the year no matter what, good or bad, and we evaluate at the end of the year. But we already have the answer to the evaluation if they start 0-4 or 1-5.
Yeah, 100%. And the Jets aren't really positioned to have that coach interim take place and like potentially be the guy for the future, right? Maybe you could look at a Seth Ryan in that role, but Frank Reich isn't taking over as interim if they fire AG and then becoming the head coach. So you're really not getting a look at the future. So I guess my best case scenario, and it still only results in 6, maybe 7 wins, is you go 3-3 at the start and 3-3 on the back end. And then in the middle, if you go 1-4, you get to 6-11 or 7-10, whatever that math works out to. So it's still not a relatively successful season, but you had 3-3 to hang your hat on. You finished 3-3, and you give yourself a chance to look better in the win-loss category. Starting 1 in anything other than 1-2 is unacceptable. You can't be even 1-3 because we feel like as fans, we know the season's over, whether they want to admit it or not. And then all that's going to do is prohibit them from making moves at the deadline that will help them in the future, right? Whether that's offloading some players for some future draft capital. But on the inverse, if they are doing okay, 3-3, 4-3, 3-4, maybe they're attacking the trade market at the deadline and they're saying, hey, no, we're like one piece away from not finishing the season 6-11, and maybe we can get to 8-9 or 9-8 with a big addition elsewhere in the league. So the start is going to be huge. The ending is going to be huge. The middle stretch where it's like Kansas City, the Chargers, the Bills, like that's a tough stretch. So I'm not anticipating much there, but don't be, drowning in the water before you even get to that stretch of games.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Dylan Tereman has been our guest. DT, where could people find you if they're new to the DT experience?
Absolutely. At Dylan Tereman, just as you see on the bottom of the screen here, my full first and last name. I have tons of recap videos every day of practice. I'll be curating all the tweets and all the reports, breaking down what AG says at the podium. I did a 53-man roster prediction that just dropped this morning for the off day today on Sunday. And we're going to be very soon, like within next week, we're going to be doing live shows again. We're going to be getting some giveaways going. We're going to try to average about 1 giveaway per month. And then we'll be doing game recaps and game previews the next week. So I guess Tampa Bay is that first preseason game. So really
August
excited.
14th, is that the day of the Tampa game?
Dude, 12 days away. We are actually here. So you're going to see a ton more content more consistently on the channel. Did have to put the golf stuff on the back burner for now. Things with the job and just not getting able to go play as much as I want, unfortunately. But the football content is ramping up, and that's what you guys are all here for. So at Dylan Tereman on YouTube, the Dylan Tereman Football Show. Episode, I think, 113 is coming out tomorrow.
Whoa.
We're here. We're official, Jake.
I'll be listening. I always listen.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you listened to my United States soccer video that I put out. You were like,
I was one of the 7 people that watched
one of like 25 people that watched it. But you asked for it.
I
got
did.
it, my man.
I did.
So.
I'm not a soccer guy, but I'd listen to you talk about soccer. I respect
yeah.
your opinion on sports.
Hell yeah. I think I'm gonna have to pull on Will Parkinson's ear a little bit, get him to do maybe like a Champions League video or something with me, because I know he's deep in the weeds of soccer as well. So we got tons of stuff over at Dylan Tereman on YouTube. Come check it out. Like, subscribe, do all the stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Dylan Tereman. DT, you're the man. I'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate you, Jake. We'll talk to you.
Dylan Tereman with us here. Ladies and gentlemen, raffle at the end of the show for a David Bailey jersey or any Jets jersey of your choosing. That's if you entered during this show. If you've entered throughout the week, this is also your last call to get in the raffle because I got not 1, not 2, but I got 4 signed Jet items I'm going to raffle away. There's still time to enter. And compared to other weeks, we've done weekly raffles. This one's a little lighter than normal. So you have a great chance to win even if you enter during this show. Darrelle Revis signed football. Darrelle Revis signed helmet. Garrett Wilson signed football. And a D'Angelo Pons signed helmet. All up for grabs for anyone who's in on any of those prizes. We're going to get right back to your calls. But first, a quick word from our sponsors. The Jake Asman Show is brought to you by PrizePicks. Check out PrizePicks right now. If you're a sports fan, they have something for everyone, especially if you're one of my listeners and you're gearing up for the upcoming Jets season. For player picks on PrizePicks, you just pick a player you like and you go more or less on a few of their stats. Check out some of the numbers they have for some of your favorite Jet players. Geno Smith, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Omar Cooper Jr., Kenyon Sadiq, and many more. PrizePicks should be your go-to. And check out their new offer right now. Play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. All you need to do is sign up and use that code HMA. That's PrizePicks code HMA. Download the app now or click the link in the description to download the PrizePicks app today.
The biggest contest we've ever seen.
Seriously, what's the guarantee?
They're still talking about it.
I think it's time to put the rumors to rest.
Showtime!
$30 million.
$30 million?
$30 million? $30 million?
That's $30 million guaranteed. 3 contests, multiple ways to win, no rate. Entry starting at $1,000. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere.
It's officially August, which means end of this month, we're headed to Vegas. $30 million in guaranteed prizes in Circa's 3 contests for this year's pro football season. Can't wait to be out there. Can't wait to enter the Circa Survivor. Each week, we're going to pick a team, and that team needs to win. And if they don't, we're out. Last year, we did pretty well in both the ESPN host contest for Survivor and the Circa one, because I picked against the Jets every week, and, well, I started 0-7, so we did pretty well, but it is tough to win. But any of these contests are available. You have to enter in Nevada, which is why Circa does its contest weekend every year. They have a bunch of promotions on rooms and events planned for anyone who wants to sign up that weekend. It's going to be great. So if you're thinking about planning a trip to Vegas, come out there at the end of the month. Come hang out with me. A bunch of ASMANIACs were there last year, which was pretty cool. So I can't wait to be there. At the end of the month, we'll do our show from their media row. Some great football handicappers will come on. People from around the country in different markets talking about their teams will stop by our show. I mean, we're going to preview the whole NFL season that weekend. We're in Vegas at the end of the month, so can't wait to be out there. All right, we're going to get to your calls, and then we have the raffle. Plus, we got to declare a winner in the biggest comeback award for the Azzies. And right now, it's Artie overcoming his heart attack with 51% of the vote in cruise control. Again, great day yesterday. I just want to thank Chef Kevin and the Cloverleaf staff again for a phenomenal event. Everyone had a great time. Charles Gorman's speech is still going. What a day with the ASMANIACs at both training camp and then in Caldwell, New Jersey.
Very special group of fans here. My friend right here, Two-Piece, who donated at least, 4 or 6 tickets, 4 tickets for fans to go to training camp today. Shout out to Mike DeRamo. He custom made that chain with his bare hands. Did you watch it before?
So Two-Piece gave 4 tickets for me to use for some listeners to come to the practice yesterday. Two-Piece had 2 young daughters that he brought with his wife to training camp. And Mike DeRamo made a custom jet chain for us to give away to a younger fan. So I said, well, we got to make sure we give it to Two-Piece. So Two-Piece's daughters have to fight over who's going to get that custom handmade jet chain by Mike DeRamo. But just awesome time yesterday with everyone. Colin Wolford has gifted 5 channel memberships. He's in the raffle for 5.
Let's go.
Jets.
Let's go. All right. Let's get to your last remaining calls, and then let's give away 5 prizes during today's show. Up next on the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline is...
He's the brother man, Kansas dude who loves the Jets. He's the brother man, he can't be more polite and chat. He's the brother man, they call him Derek and he's totally cool. He's the brother man, he's Derek, the Kansas Jets fan.
Jake, what's up, brother man?
Derek, what's up, dude? How are you?
Not much, man. I'm great. Shout out to Derek, Lou B, Chef Kev, just all the Asmaniacs. Just another reason to further show why this community and fan base is just one of the best in all the sports. Looked absolutely phenomenal. Wish I could have been there. But I will be there in Nashville, so very, very, very excited about that. I think it's must win too. I've been with you from the start. Because I do watch those shows, Good Morning Football, NFL Live, NFL Insiders, and it'd be really cool to not see the Jets get roasted on a Monday if the Jets do lose to the former head coach in Saleh and the Titans. But I got good faith that that's not going to happen, my friend. I wanted to ask, with preseason coming next Friday, how many do you think the starters are going to play in preseason 1? I know like the Chiefs do theirs like preseason game 2. Would you like to see like preseason game 3, Geno, and maybe the starters get one drive, kind of like we did with Rodgers, or would you rather not risk the injury? Or I was wondering where you're kind of at on that.
Kind of want to see more of it.
Yeah, more than a drive, maybe like a half or something.
Yeah, I feel like it's so new for everyone on this offense, right? So there's injury risk, sure, but they got to make sure that they're ready to go at the beginning of the year. That game is so important. So I think you got to take the risk and play these guys maybe a little more than you would want to make sure they're fully ready to go. I mean, it's a brand new offense, brand new skill players, got some rookies you're trying to integrate and play big roles right away. I think you got to play the starters maybe a little more than we've seen Jet preseason starters play in the past.
Yeah, so you'd be like, okay, maybe like give Geno and the starters like a half of preseason game 3. Do you have a preference on which game it would be, or just as long as
it would probably? Well, really, the third preseason game has become what the fourth was. So I'd say I'd play them a quarter in the first one, and I'd play a quarter and a half depending on how many drives they get in the second one. That's at least what I would do, I think, if I'm trying to get my team ready to play.
Yeah, I'd like that. Outside of Membu, Stonewall, and Bailey yesterday, what was your favorite part of practice that you would say, brother?
Watching Geno and Garrett cook right away was pretty cool. Garrett looks totally healthy. He's all the way back. That was a lot of fun. I think just seeing the Jets offensive line give Geno a lot of protection and just create good pockets was exciting, because that's the whole key to Geno being better than he was last year with the Raiders. So again, I don't want to make too much of a padless practice. They're only wearing uppers and all that, but I think there was a lot to be encouraged with what we saw from the offense.
Man, that's really good to hear. Did Josh Myers look good under center?
He didn't look bad. There was no obvious mistake he made or anything.
That's good. That's good to hear. Well, hopefully we can keep that trending. All right, I think that's all I got for you today, Jake. I hope you and the fellow Asmaniacs have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and JETS, Jets. Let's go.
Derek, very cool. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a butthole. A butthole.
No one's trying to be a butthole around here, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I was asked about this guy by multiple listeners. When's he going to call back in? We haven't heard from him in a while. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your prayers have been answered.
Hi, how are you? Bruce Hall. That's good.
Hey, Lane.
Hello, Jake. Hi. The football season is starting up.
Is this true?
Yeah. I saw the video of them like running on the fields.
What did you think?
I think it looked good because you have who do you have? Oh, let me see, who do you have in the paper that could play good for the Jets now? David Bailey could be good. I mean, like Hakeem Square. I think that you have him starting and Mason Taylor. Then you have people on that are injured already.
Who was the first person you mentioned there?
David Bailey.
And then who was the second person?
Kenyon Square.
Kenyon Square?
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, and Mason Taylor. So, I mean, how do you feel about, like, Cabe?
I took a picture yesterday with Kenyon Square.
Oh, that's you?
That's me.
So,
And
how
Kenyon
do you
Square.
feel about like how it's gonna start out, like for like the regular season for the Jets?
I'm a little worried, Lane. I think week 1 is a must-win game.
Yeah, yeah, like um, yeah. And how can my thoughts cannot go out to Ricky New York that is battling lung cancer?
Is that public knowledge that he said that?
Well, he doesn't look well. I mean, I think that, like, hopefully he'll get better.
Did he?
Have to go through treatment.
If true, I don't know if Ricky has said that. I hope Ricky recovers quickly.
Yeah. I mean, like, so the Giants to get Mike Hum and Phil Mitchell. Phil Mitchell. I'm Mikey. Phil Mitchell.
You think you're funny because you're making a dirty joke there, Lane?
Look, wait. Let's see who I can pretend that I am when I'm calling in.
Lane, what are your thoughts on the fact that Knoble came to my meetup yesterday?
I think it's well.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
Look. I'm Madison. The glasses. Hi, everybody. Yeah, that's what he looks like when he starts his show. Yeah, I like that picture of the Knoble cert. Who was that, though? Is that Knoble or just somebody else?
That's Knoble. He's alive. He came to our meetup yesterday. He's trying to make the team.
Nice cert, though. How do you feel about the trade deadline? About the trade deadline now? So, do you think that the trade deadline is going to be good or not?
Maybe.
So, how was your day yesterday?
My day was good. I'm at Kenyon Square.
Oh, that's good. Is that at practice? I'm sorry.
No, it was at Chess Club.
Oh, how was his How was Seth Kevin's meetup? Sorry, I
Pretty
wasn't
good.
there. Did he make anything good? Oh, there's Seth Kevin.
There he is.
Nice shirt you're wearing. The green
Thank
shirt. And so you just got to worry about the rest of the team. Because as long as we don't get anybody like injured on the team, that's gonna be good.
Hey Lane, give us a Jet chant.
Jets, Jets. I like fun.
Hi. Sorry, everybody. See you next call when we talk about sports again.
And now back to our feature presentation with Dr. Jake Asman, also known as DJ Asman.
Oh, hi. Oh, it's Beastbreaker. Oh, hi, Beastbreaker. How do you feel about the Jets?
I'm eating lunch right now.
You think they'll do good this year?
If I see any more little threats about my little boy, you're all going to get a quick kick in the right in the square of the nuts.
Beastbreaker, what are you doing? What are you saying, Beastbreaker? Really? I'm just talking about the Jets.
I know what I'm seeing. I'm starting to see the message. Don't play games. Don't games with me.
Beastbreaker, I think I'm so good. Like, look, I like wearing it. Beastbreaker, come on. I'm not trying to argue with him. I'm just trying to talk to you about why you're always has to be so yelling at Bobby always. Come on.
No, there's certain people that are insulting.
That doesn't make any sense. You have to be always like yelling I heard
All right,
what
all
you
right,
said.
all right.
I heard that what you said to I heard
You
what
wanna
you
play?
said to
Play?
Rick Kent. It was not nice.
Right, sure. Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
You're eating he's eating a pig's meat salad. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
You know what? Half the chat, you can kiss my ass because you got no respect for nobody but yourself.
Yeah, I
Go
don't know
beat off
why you like
National
that.
Geographic because that's all you're ever good for. Retards.
When you keep acting like that, you're gonna have to be cut off the
Because they're
cell.
retards. Yeah, no
Yeah, I
respect for
know.
anybody.
Beast Breaker.
That's why 100%
I don't know why I was yelling at at
and
Bobby.
beat off the National
I have
Geographic
no idea.
play girl.
Listen.
They got zeroed off.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? I can't dance. Goodbye.
Just give any time. Now this is what you call salad. A lot of carrots, a lot of ham, a lot of chicken, a little bit of cabbage. Not gonna hurt. Oh. Oh, that's cold. Whoo, that's cold. Whew, whew, whew. Huff, huff, huss, huss, huss. Oh, Gary needs to eat a salad. It's good. It's good for you. It's healthy. That's why you don't eat no Taco Bell, you moron. And if you want good salads, Kroger's got some good stuff. Yeah. One more for the good guys. Nah, son, you're still wrong with that look. See, I got a meaner temper, a lot more anger, and I'm a lot more violent. So you ain't seen nothing yet, pal. So if I were you, better take a look around the world because it's coming its way. It's coming. And remember, top guys out. That'll hit. I did not even fart yet, so don't even start.
Can you hear me?
I don't want to talk to you, you loser. You need to get a life. Low IQ piss poor is a piss in on a cold day. Another day. Just another day. I did not even fart yet. No, that's fine. No. That's what I need. Whew. No, that was a wet fart. Now, if you want to watch a guy on farts, there's one guy on Instagram that'll
I'm
make
not
you
trying
laugh.
to be a butthole. A butthole.
Can we all just say it in slow mode? A butthole. A butthole, And bottle. Bottle. Hey, Beetlejuice, I got an idea.
Yeah, you know, B, sometimes I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, last call to enter the raffle. We got 4 signed items and a Jet jersey for anyone specifically for the jersey part of the raffle who enters during the show. I've begun counting all the names, and I'm almost ready to spin the Wheel of Champions. The master raffle ceremony, as you can see, is already on the line. But first, let's declare a winner in the Azzy Awards. The winner of the biggest comeback award is Artie from Peg and Artie. He overcame a heart attack and wins the Azzy. 49% of the vote. Second place, 21% goes to Bobby Midnight. Third place, Big Cho with his back surgery. And Mikey Midnight rounds out the top 4 with 14% of the vote. This is your last chance to get in on any of the items we're going to be raffling away on the show. I'll squeeze in one more call from a guy who was at our meetup yesterday. Nate, parentheses, Nate, close us out before the raffle. Nate, hello, sir.
Hey, Jake, perfect timing. I just left the Mets game where I didn't watch a baseball, but I got my free shirt because that's all that team is good for. But yesterday was I texted you. That's probably your best. I'd say. I mean, I had the most fun at a meetup. Something about like the intimacy of the practice. At first, it was very upsetting with the buses and how small the buses were, and a lot of people got there late. But the intimacy with the practice, I think everyone saw videos where everyone got to speak to players, got to have full conversations with them if you wanted to, just because of how few tickets there were. I would love if the Jets keep. Oh, buddy, thank you. I would love if the Jets keep doing it like that in the future. Great job by you, Chef. The battle was perfect. Even like the waiter who was announcing things had like a beast godly voice. Charles took over the show, so everything as usual at these meetups, even though there's nothing orchestrated. It almost seemed like it was, from the practice to the food and there was great people there. I would love to do it again next week. That's how awesome it was.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. Shout out to the Cloverleaf staff. They were great. And you're right, the waiter who announced the rules of the or the descriptions of each item that each chef made he had a fantastic
He stopped
voice.
the whole restaurant. Every time he came
did.
out, I was like, all right, mid-conversation. Everybody, even Gorman shut up, which was impossible. But yeah, really great job. And even football-wise was fun. I mean, most Jets fans, I think, were used to having a defense, but I don't want to say it's back to the Aaron Rodgers years, but I think we kind of gave a pass, those who were at training camp last year, just how bad Fields was. You know, everything was a rollout in practice and not throwing the ball. New system, do this. That's how they want him to play on to have a quarterback, 1,000, 2,000, ball out. Even Garrett, you heard him mic'd up on that anticipation corner throw. I don't know if you showed that earlier. That was like, you could see it in the stands when you're that close. It was really fun. I didn't even realize the ball never touched the ground. But when I look back at, the stats Rich and you shared, like, oh shit, yeah, he was 11 on 11 and everybody got touchdowns. Everybody scored. The tight ends, Rucker, Taylor, everybody had good hands. So, and they're just nice people. Just when they all came around, everybody, I think they're, Garrett and Brees being such great guys, and they're veterans on the team. They signed really good veterans. It's a fun team to watch and nice guys, even though there might be losers just like last year. But we'll see. It was a fun day because the Jets couldn't lose yesterday. So well done by you, Chef, everyone.
Great call, Nate. Spot on. That's the biggest thing, right? It was a great day because the Jets didn't play. The next big meetup they will be playing, so they have to win. Week 1 in Nashville. But it's true. That's what made Gangrene Beach Club so much fun, too. It's like the Jets couldn't play to ruin it. It's like we know how great the fan base is. The fan base is elite. One of these years, hopefully we get a season that's representative of the fan base. Again, we had 70 people at a restaurant yesterday after a training camp practice that only had 300 people, if that. And a lot of people came to the meetup and they didn't even have training camp tickets because there was just so few available. Crazy, man. Best fan base. One day we'll see a good team, I hope. At least this year, I'm asking them for them to be fake good for 2 months. Beat the Titans, beat the Browns, beat the Dolphins, beat the Raiders. You're 4-4 through 8 if you lose the other games on your schedule that I didn't mention in between those games I did. You're not asking for much. Nate had another point. Nate, go ahead.
Yeah, last thing, I don't know if you saw this from the angle you were downstairs. When they were warming up offense on that middle field, Geno was throwing, just corner routes. They were doing it on air. Corner, corner, corner. Boom. Everybody doing a little wiggle to the corner. One guy stumbled out of his break, almost fell over and busted his ass. Again, no defense. Next time he came up, dropped the ball right to him. Then they start doing skinny post routes. And it's all from 10 yards out. Dropped the third one. He was 0 for 3 on no defense. Which wide receiver was it, Jake?
Was it Arian Smith?
It was Arian Smith. Ding, ding, ding. We have a win. Brutal watch. It was a brutal watch. I don't know if he has any shots making the team.
Good call. I did see one of those drops. Yeah, it's amazing. His biggest knock was he can't catch. That's exactly what the scouting report has been since he's been a pro. He's a good gunner, so maybe that saves his spot, but I don't know if it should. Ugh. I really don't know if it should. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for the Wheel of Champions to be spun? We have ourselves a raffle that is featuring everyone who entered for the week, and then a separate one-off raffle spin that will feature everyone who entered just on this Sunday AM show, which is now Sunday PM. I think the answer to the question I just asked is yes. We are, in fact, all ready for said Wheel of Champions to be spun. So here's how this works. We first bring on the master of raffle ceremony.
Oh. Welcome to the control center here on this lovely Sunday afternoon, where we're going to give away 5 big surprises. Let's, girls, wheel, please. We're gonna get some winners. So winners, sit back, buckle up, seatbelts in motion at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And remember, this is Ken Resnick at your best from the WWF. Let's go.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly ASMANIAC raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which ASMANIAC is winning an epic prize.
The Wheel of Champions is on the screen. Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, with a last-second entry into the ASMANIAC raffle. Thank you, Derek. I got you in for another entry here. All right, here are all the names in the past week of shows, 338 total. So thanks to everyone who supports these every week, year-round. We've been doing weekly raffles since December of 2024. This is our 82nd ASMANIAC weekly raffle. Our first prize up for grabs today is a signed football by Darrelle Revis. Darrelle Revis. Good luck to all. But only one ASMANIAC can win that prize. And only one ASMANIAC can win per weekly raffle. And to claim your prize, same rules as always. You got to email me your name and address. Confirm you won. asmanjake@gmail.com. And we send you your prize. All right, here we go. Our first winner is the Revis football. And that goes to... Derek, the Kansas Jet fan. Congratulations to Derek on the raffle win. Outstanding job by Derek. All right. Another Revis prize is up for grabs in the weekly raffle. I have 2 this week in there. This one is a signed helmet by Darrelle Revis. So, Derek won the football. Who's going to win the signed helmet by number 24? We find out all together right now. Rasta Dread 305. Congrats, Rasta. Well deserved. Rasta wins our second prize in the weekly raffle. Again, that was the Darrelle Revis autographed helmet. We still got 3 more items to give away today, folks. Here we go. Garrett Wilson, signed football. Signed by a man who yesterday looked incredible watching him move around at practice. Here we go. The Garrett ball goes to Omar Ochoa. Congratulations to Omar on his raffle win. Omar, email me asmanjake@gmail.com to claim your prize. Omar wins the G5 signed football. All right, one last weekly prize, and then we'll raffle away a jersey for anyone who entered during this Sunday special here. This one is a signed helmet by D'Angelo Pons, who hopefully gets out there with the other rookies we've been talking about. He's dealing with a calf strain right now that the Jets say is not too serious. All right, Pons signed helmet is the final prize this week in the weekly raffle. We spin the wheel for the final time for the weekly raffle. The winner is the Chuck Wagon. Attaboy to the Chuck Wagon. I'm winning in ASMANIAC weekly raffle prize. Congrats to Chuck. I said to Chuck yesterday, you got a bunch of entries this week. Good luck. He's like, I hope I win something. Well, guess what? He just did. All right, here's what we're going to do. I now need to re-upload the names of people who entered during this specific show. So I need about a minute or so to get all this ready. So let's bring back now the master of raffle ceremony for one final spin for a Jets jersey for anyone who entered during this Sunday show.
Ladies and gentlemen, this 256-pound man, the 8-time Superstar of the Year with 2 Grand Slams, 3-time Dancing Champion of the Year, 3-time Announcer of the Year, 3-time Man of the Year, 2-time ASMANIAC of the Month, 2-time Manager of the Year, 2-time Comeback Player of the Year, 2-time Home Run Hitting Champion, 2-time FTW Champion, 2-time Superstar of the Decade, 2-time Rookie of the Year, 1-time Party of the Year, 1-time Football Coach of the Year, 1-time Wildest Hair of the Year, and 1-time Bake Off Champion 1996.
And I'm just getting started.
It's the Great Beast Breaker.
Say hello to you know who this is.
Little Joey, hello.
There he is. He just had breakfast.
He takes after his daddy.
Yeah, he likes to do that, and he likes this, and whoa, is there one more wheel?
Oh, yeah.
Over here. Now I'm gonna do this one-handed. I'm not stupid. Let me just say, from the Dice Man to all of you. Now, Andrew Dice Clay's gonna roll this wheel, and we're gonna get ourselves a winner. Now, 1, 2, 3, rip! Ripped. We ripped the wheel.
Thanks, Lord-ass. It's time for that daily ASMANIAC raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which ASMANIAC is winning an epic prize.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our 5th prize is about to be raffled away. This is exclusive for those who tuned in live and entered during the show. And if you won during the weekly, you can win again. In this instance, the daily. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The winner of a Jets jersey of their choosing is Panama Jet. He's done it. Panama Jet, you're the winner. Hit the Jet check.
Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets.
Let's go. Outstanding job by our winners. So again, Derek won a Revis ball. Raster Dread a Revis helmet. Omar, a Garrett football. Chuck Wagon, a Pons helmet. And our final winner, as you just saw the wheel call his name, Panama Jet, winning a Jets jersey of his choosing. All our winners, please email me, asmanjake@gmail.com, to claim your prize. Thanks to everyone for their support. You guys are the best. Could not have done this without you. Big thank you to Dylan Tereman for hopping on. And again, thanks to everyone who came out to our meetup. Special thank you to Chef Kevin and the entire Cloverleaf Tavern staff. Big shout out to Chef Brian, who put on an epic performance in the Chef Off. Him and Chef Kevin both made 2 incredible food items they should be very proud of. What a day it was. We're back at it on the show tomorrow morning. I'm starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow because I will be doing radio from 1 to 3 on ESPN New York. So earlier start time than normal. We'll have a show at 9 a.m. Frankie V expected to be my guest, so get ready for him to gush about David Bailey for 2 hours. But I look forward to that, and certainly more Jets talk as the Jets hit the field tomorrow with pads on. So we'll update practice in real time as we're following along there. You guys are the best. JETS, 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 Jets. And I leave you with this from the great Blitz BK. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show. We have a lot to talk about today on the show. Make sure you click the like button and you are subscribed to the channel. Reminder,
win or lose, we never break. Every day that we ride and we ride with Jake. Hit the live, call the line if you gotta take. Every fan got a voice when we ride with Jake. Win or lose, we never break. Every day that we ride and we ride with Jake. Hit the live, call the line if you gotta take. Every fan got a voice when we ride with Jake. Wake up coffee in the morning, watch the comments flying. Always speak our truth, we got the heart and pride of lions. As maniacs, always loud, we never silent. Drop your takes inside the chat or grab the line and dial in. Super chat, skip the line, you can pay it online. People complain all the time, how we ain't got a line. How we never got a coach, and the QB in his prime. Or an OC with an innovative play design. Rumors get dissected, your tapes get inspected. Talking out your neck, expect to get corrected. Draft board, cap spaces, rosters get projected. Win, lose, or draw, we will always judge the effort. Join the Discord, that's how we all stay connected. Same green, same pain, we all stay invested. It's always just forever, our faith's been accepted. Dream through our veins, this can never be questioned.
You guys are the best. I leave you with this short clip. Sit back, bask in the glory of all of it, and we'll talk to you soon. JETS, 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 Jets.
Yeah. Win or lose, we never break. Every day that we ride and we ride with Jake. Hit the live, call the line if you gotta take. Every fan got a voice when we ride with Jake. Win or lose, we never break. Every day that we ride and we ride with Jake. Hit the live, call the line if you gotta take. Every fan got a voice when we ride with Jake.
Let's go.
J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets.
You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Geno. I got you.
Geno, you look great.
I got
today,
you.
man. You have superpowers. You got to fly over there.
Play call is my superpower, really.
Hey, ASMANIACs, make sure to hit the like button and keep on supporting the Jake Asman Show.
That's right, Beast. If you don't subscribe to Jake Asman Show, the Jets will never win another game. Go Jets!